Yes, yes. Welcome back. Our next guest is the director of the Brooklyn Women's Business Center at the Local Development Corporation of East New York. She joins us to shine a light on how her organization is empowering women in business and so much more. So please welcome to the show, Camille Newman. Camille, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you here too. Brooklyn's in the house, East New York.
Yes.
Yeah. No matter where
Brooklyn's
you
in
go in the
the
world, you
house.
always have somebody from Brooklyn.
Yes.
So, Camille, tell us about the role that you play in the Brooklyn Women's Business Center and the role supporting women entrepreneurs.
Yes. So I'm the director of the Brooklyn Women's Business Center at the Local Development
Uh
Corporation of
huh.
East New York. And really, what our goal is to help women transform ideas into sustainable businesses. We're funded in part by the SBA. And really, what
Uh,
we're about is just ensuring that every woman or anyone really who is an entrepreneur, aspiring entrepreneur, can come in with an idea or even an already operating business and scale to success. So we offer workshops, one-on-one business counseling, certification if you're want to pursue a state contract or a government contract, and we do all of that through our center at the LDC of East New York.
there you go. The Small Business Administration, SBA.
Yes, we're funded in part by the SBA. Yes.
Wonderful. Is there a cost to become a client of the program?
Absolutely not. Our services are free because of our funding through the SBA. And we also have private donors that allow these donations allow people to come in and use our services. Our really popular service is our one on one counseling, where a counselor gets to sit down with an entrepreneur for up to an hour to really work through their business
Yeah.
or their business idea.
And what are some of the questions that they want to know about? You know, and you own a business, but sometimes it goes but so far. Are the questions pertaining to how do I get to the next level, or how do I get extra funding to build myself up and build my business?
Those are two of
Some
actually
of
the
them, right?
most popular questions, right? How do I scale my business?
Uh
Often we
huh.
get entrepreneurs, they're making 50,000 or they're making 60,000 and they want to get to six-figure revenue.
Yeah.
We always get the question of access to funding. How can I, get funding to scale my business or to manufacture or maybe even to hire an employee? So we get that question a lot. We get tons of questions really. This it runs the gamut when you're
Yeah.
running a business, HR, insurance, you name it.
Yeah. What's the one you hear the most, you think?
Funding, most definitely.
Well, show me the
Because
money.
yeah, show me show me the money for sure, and
Yeah.
particularly for women because it's so
Uh
challenging to
huh.
get funding.
And is that one of the biggest challenges
It is
women in
one of
business are
the
facing?
Yes, it's one of the biggest challenges, access to capital, and particularly for women. Women are starting businesses twice the rate of men, but still only access to less than 2% of funding.
And what do you tell them about how to get it, how to get the
Well,
funding that they need?
Well, we definitely work with them on financial literacy,
Hmm.
getting a loan package done, showing them how to access SBA loans through different lenders, CDFI funding, grants. We help them with their pitch for grants. So we do quite a lot in the funding space to help them get the funding that they need to scale the
Yeah.
business.
And what's the criteria? What do they need to go to the next level and in trying to get funding for their business?
So it really depends. We find that a lot of entrepreneurs come in and there's so many things, right? Like the very first thing you need to know as an
Hmm.
entrepreneur is that you need to keep your business expenses separate from your personal expenses. Believe it or not, we have a lot of entrepreneurs who still have that challenge. So we have to start there, really educating entrepreneurs on how to be financially literate. And then we work with them on cash flow statements, balance sheet, all the things that are required in a business plan to help them access funding from a lender.
Yeah. Do you recommend that with the accounting that they get, they also get a bookkeeper?
Yes, we definitely recommend that. And when you're first starting out, there's some low cost ways to do bookkeeping. You
Mm.
can use, a service. I'm not endorsing them, but QuickBooks or Zero are helpful services just to get started, because getting an accountant might be cost prohibitive immediately for a starting entrepreneur. But if you're operating your business, you definitely want and have revenue, you definitely want to work out your financials and understand how money flows through your business.
Yeah. How important is that business plan?
Extremely important. Actually, at the LDC of East New York, we have a cohort that we run every year where entrepreneurs, we take them from start to finish, right?
Mhm.
From the executive summary of a business plan all the way to the financial projections, because a lender still needs to see a business plan. But not only for the lender, it's important for the entrepreneur to
Yeah.
have goals and know where they're going.
Yeah. Give me 3 tips on somebody just starting out of what they need to do to get to a level where they're pretty successful. They're making a little bit of money. They're in the
Well,
green.
first, yes, for first they need to understand the industry. We
Yeah.
have a lot of entrepreneurs coming. I'll give you an example. You're an entrepreneur coming in and you want to start a fashion business, right? Well, the fashion business is changing. It's not that you can't start the business, but you really have to understand the industry that you're getting into. It's always great to have a little skin in the game. So start small, start lean, but show a funder, right? That I've started with $500 of my own or $200 on my own. That's another way to show that you believe in your idea and you could develop traction. Another thing I would say is get the support of your friends, family. Go out and tell everyone about the business. And it's a way to solicit feedback and get other ways that you could tweak the business to make it truly innovative. The
Yeah.
best businesses are those who are really, speaking to a niche or catering to a niche that's currently ignored.
And of course, you have to love it or be passionate about it, or because it'll take you down a certain road. If you're just
Yes,
doing it to
definitely.
do it, then how far can you get
Definitely.
if you're just doing it to be doing it?
Yeah, that's true. Some people start businesses and are still successful. They're not necessarily passionate about it, but I do think
Yeah.
that having expertise in an area is always
Will
helpful
take you
in
to another
starting.
level.
Yes,
Like
definitely.
A. Curtis Farrell, he's been doing this for some time, and I know it's in his heart, and he loves it, to the utmost. And
Yeah.
it's going to take him to heights he's never seen before.
Yes, for sure, for sure.
I'm talking about the McDonald's Gospel Fest.
Oh, okay. Wow. And that's quite the phenomenon now.
And everything that he touches. And you probably get an
Yes.
opportunity to meet him at some point. But how can the community support and uplift women-owned businesses coming out to this program?
Yes, I can't stress this enough. As a community, they must support, show up, share on social media, share with your friends. It's important that businesses, especially in their early stages, get the support they need to really scale and grow the business. And
Hmm.
sometimes that support can really, truly make a
Yeah.
difference.
Now, how did you start? You're doing this. This is a business for you. I know you love helping other people get what they need out of life. How did you start doing what you do?
That's such an interesting question. I rarely get to talk about my start. So I used to run a six-figure revenue company called Pop Up Plus, which was a
Oh,
plus size pop up shop for plus size
all
women.
right.
But I got burned out in the middle of that journey trying to raise funding to get my business to the $1 million mark. And I
Woo!
decided to close in 2016.
Yeah.
So, I understand that need for access to funding. And I've started again. I have a current business where we sell luxury towels called Body by Love. But I've learned from my lessons, right? And scaling differently while I'm also helping entrepreneurs really scale and grow their businesses. But that
Mhm.
funding piece is so important. And I wanted to share a quick opportunity if possible.
Sure.
We are currently have a $10,000 grant by HSBC, and we're grateful for their support. And we are asking entrepreneurs or anyone with an idea in Brownsville, East New York, Cypress, or Canarsie to visit us at brooklynwomen.org. It's specifically for them a $10,000 grant opportunity.
That's great. I'm writing it down now.
Yes, at brooklynwomen.org. Yeah, that funding piece was really just so challenging for me trying to raise money in my first business, even though we had the traction and we were doing really well. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm so passionate about getting this funding out to other entrepreneurs. And it's grant funding, which is key. They don't have to pay it back, but they can spend it on marketing, business operations, whatever they need to get that business to scale.
Yeah, that's great. And there are a lot of people out there that want to take that next step, and they'll be more than happy to try to
Yes.
connect with you. Yeah,
Yes.
great. Where can we go for more information? Give us that website, social media, and everything. We want to follow
Yes,
you.
definitely. brooklynwomen.org.
Uh-huh.
Really simple, brooklynwomen.org. We can support entrepreneurs from starting to scaling. Please visit to learn more about the opportunity fund that we have open, and also to reserve, a time for a one-on-one counseling session. And that again is free. We do have a wait list because the demand outpaces, what we can serve given our funding. But we will get to you when you go to brooklynwomen.org, and all our services are free.
You've got everybody covered, right?
Yes.
Check it out. You got all the information under one roof. Thank
Yes,
you.
we do.
Thank you, Camille Newman. She's the women's it's the Brooklyn Women's Business Center at the Local Development Corporation of East New York, and you are the director. Thank you so
Yes.
much. We
Thank you
appreciate
so much for having me.
All right. Thanks for coming on, and come back again and teach us more.
Yes.
You got it.
Thank you.
We'll take a quickie break. We'll come back and give you more next on Open.